My dear English learners, today I would like to share my experience with you. If you are interested to learn English, what you have to do? As I have been teaching this language for last 25 years, and I have gained a sort of experience in the very field. So let me share my experience with you if you are interested to learn English. I would like to discuss 5 points with you. The first one point which I would like to discuss with you, that is the importance of English language. What is the importance of English language? And number 2, how did I learn this language? How did I learn this English language? And number 3, why the degree holders are not able to speak English fluently? Not all, but some. They have got the bundles of certificates, but so far as their speech is concerned, they are not able to speak English fluently. And number 4 point, what to do for acquiring and achieving English language. And number 5, what the English lecturers and teachers should do in classes when they teach English. The first one point which I would like to discuss with you, that is, what is the importance of English language? As we all know that different people in different states, different countries speak different languages. Somewhere we find that the people speak Hindi. Somewhere we see that the people speak Urdu. Somewhere we see that the people speak Persian. And somewhere we see that the people speak Arabic. But English is spoken everywhere in every nook and corner of the world. So that this language is called the international language. It has not become the official language. For example, you are in office. You have to pen down any official letter, or you have to write down any application. You must try to write down that application or that letter in English, so that it has not become an official language. In addition to that, if you have taken the medical subjects or art subjects, those all medical subjects, whether physics, chemistry, biology, these all books are written in the script of English. Now the art subjects, political science, economics, education, geography, geology, those all books are also written in the script of English. If you are good in English, you may be good in other subjects, because language plays a vital and significant role in acquiring and achieving knowledge, as it is the best source of acquiring knowledge. And how did I learn this language? Well, long ago, I was working as a teacher in a private school. I was working there as a headmaster in a school. Approximately 10 teachers were serving there under my subordination. But I was nimbly interested to learn English. Sometimes I felt an inferiority complex. I was feeling an inferiority complex sometime. After that, I could manage to get admission in TK College. On those days, there was no any coaching center. English language speaking course. There was no any language speaking course anywhere in my catchment area. But in 1997, an English speaking course was established in TK College. And the professor, he was retired principal of Government Degree College, Amar Singh. And the retired principal had been brought there in order to teach us English. A legendary personality, a candid and versatile. He is a magnanimous and dynamic personality. The most intelligent professor. He was teaching us English, Professor Saeed Habib. And he encouraged me and inspired me when I got admission in that one English speaking course. Then I took English literature as a subject. Then I thought that I can manage to get something in English field. Then my professor, my teacher, he asked me to take English literature as a subject. Then I took English literature as a subject. But I tried hard, I tussled, I make efforts, I worked hard, but ultimately I could manage to get it. Since then, I have been teaching this language for last 25 years. Almost I have taught uncountable students. Many of my students are working in health department as a doctors. Some were working as a lawyers. More than 1,000 people who are working either as a lecturer or a teachers in different schools. And I feel proud when I see that my students who teach English right now in different coaching centers and different schools in this catchment area, majority of those English teachers have been my taught. I feel proud to express it. I worked hard, I tussled, I make efforts, and I could manage to get it. Now, why the degree holders are not able to speak English? The third point which I would like to discuss with you, that is, we do have available our degree holders in our society. They have got the bundles of certificates, luggages of indentures. They are high qualified, but they are not able to speak English. Though they are intellectual people, their ability and capability is praisable and extollable, but still they are not able to speak English. Whenever they are being asked to talk in English, they don't have ability to speak English. Whenever they are being asked to deliver the lecture in front of the students, but they are not able to speak English fluently. Why? There is something behind the scene. That is, we don't have a good environment in our society so that we can get it. I feel that the people who wish to speak English, what they have to do? They must try to speak English. They should try to speak English, whether they speak good English or nonsense English. If they will commit thousands of mistakes in their speech, they should not worry about the mistakes. If the people will call them what they would be called by the people, definitely people would call them as they are inefficient, as they are not intelligent, they are committing mistakes. They should not think about that. Whatever they would be asked by the people, they should take it lightly but not seriously. The people who are intellectual and who are capable, they must try to speak English. Try to talk in English, whether you speak good English or nonsense English. Today, if you are not able to speak English, tomorrow a gradual change will occur. Today, if you will commit 10 mistakes, tomorrow a gradual change will occur when you will commit only 5 mistakes. A day will come when you will not commit even a single mistake. So carry on. The fourth one point, that what to do for acquiring and achieving English language. You must have to learn 3 things. The first one, that is grammar. As the grammar is playing a vital and significant role for English language, you may not be able to speak English correctly or grammatically correct until and unless you learn basic grammar. You must try to learn basic grammar because there are 2 types of English speakers. One is horse rider and second one is professor. One is professor in any college or in university. Another is horse rider at Gulmarg. Both the people are speaking English. Then there might be the difference between the speech of horse rider and a professor. Horse rider speaks English. He commits thousands of mistakes, don't worry. But when the professor will come to deliver the lecture in English, or when the professor will come to discuss or to talk in English, he should not commit a mistake because he is a professor, he is a lecturer. So that you must try to learn grammar. Don't try to ignore grammar, as grammar is important for English language. Number 2, you should make your vocabulary. Vocabulary. Until and unless you achieve and acquire vocabulary, you may not be able to speak English. Vocabulary is also playing a vital and prominent role for English speech. And the third one, that is pronunciation. Pronunciation is also playing a significant role for English language. If you are weak, your pronunciation is weak, then your language will not be communicated. Your language would not be understood by the English people. So that you must try to learn grammar, and you should try to store abundant words in your mind, and you must try to learn the pronunciation. How you can increase your vocabulary? You must try to consult a dictionary. Pick pick out the words from the dictionary and mention and jot down and write down the meanings of those words and use those all words in your own sentences so that your vocabulary can be increased and aggrandized. What the English teachers and lecturers should do during the teaching of English. Teachers and lecturers, I would like to request them that whenever you go into the class in order to teach English, don't try to impress the students by your speech. Don't try to crush down by your speech. You must try to use simple language. Don't use intricate language. Intricate language, when you will use intricate language in classes, your students will get disturbed. They will get disappointed and they will never be able to understand your English after getting a sort of impression. Don't try to impress them with your speech, with your fluency, and just try to use simple words. Don't use the bombastic words. When you will use bombastic words before students, and after that they are feeling an inferiority complex, and they may not be able to understand your English properly. So that if we people or we all would like to speak English, it is not an uphill task. It is not difficult task to learn English. If you would like to get it, if you are interested to learn English, just try to follow one point. Speak English. Whether you speak good English or nonsense English. You should not worry about your mistakes. If you will commit hundreds of mistakes in your speech, just to go on, and don't think what the people would call you, what the people would think about you. Don't worry. People would definitely call you as a crazy, and they will definitely say you that you are showing a sort of acting. You should not worry about that. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.